Hare Krishna. Welcome back. Thank you very much for joining the call. We are on the 5th day of the Yajna. Sorry, yesterday couldn't conduct the class. So today, please bear with me. So I just do the recap for a few minutes. Before entering to the class, we'll offer the prayers. Actually, I wanted to present the prayers. I missed it. Let me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukham karoti vachalam Pangulangayate girim Yetkripa tamaham vande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Paramanandamadavam Sri Chaitanyameshwaram. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, everybody, for making your time to attend this class. So it's ordinary. It's not an ordinary thing unless we have so much determination, so much piety. Attending these kind of classes is very rare. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that, what is that? Papa Karmanam. No, yeah. Forgot the shloka. Unless we get rid of all the sins incurred in this life or past life, and unless we do some pious activities, it is not possible to come to Krishna. In 7th chapter. Etam? No. Jananam punya karmanam te dandva moha nirmukta ye bhajante mam drudavrata. Yesham tu antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dandva moha nirmukta ye bhajante mam drudavrata. Drudavrata. There is a determination is needed to come to these classes. Not everybody can come. Right? Even though the opportunity is there, Krishna is wide open, Bhagavad Gita is wide open, opportunities are wide open. But because of our bad karma, so heavy bad karma is there. Ultimately, buddhi karma anusarini. If our karma is very bad, even though we have intelligence, we have free will, that will carry in the bad karma direction only. So it will not allow. So that's why it is very rare. But whoever has come, they are very fortunate. Very fortunate. They have the complete mercy of Krishna. This is the what is it? Dropping the seeds for the bhakti. So that is why it's glorious. It's a glorious thing to come to, especially Bhagavad Gita classes, wherever happens, not only here, wherever you are connecting to Bhagavad Gita, understanding spiritual life, who is God, who am I, what is the relationship, what is death, what is Prakriti, what is Kala, what is Karma, all these things, it's called Brahma Vidya, spiritual education. So for Brahma Vidya, not everybody is fortunate. You should develop some piety. That's what he said. Jananam punya karmanam. You have to do some piety, pious activity also, you have to do that. That will enable us to join these courses. So you all chose to come either way. Thank you very much. So today, let's enter into the 5th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So before entering there, let's do a little recap, because one day gap is there. So let's do this revision. 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Jnana Yoga. Right? Before that is Karma Yoga. Before that is Sankhya Yoga. Before that was Arjuna Vishada Yoga. So in the last chapter, we have divided the chapter into 4. What is the eternal education? Accurate understanding, removing reactions, sacrifices. So these 4 divisions. Eternal education, that means that is called Jnana Yoga. Sorry, it is Jnana Yoga. Uh, Jnana of what? Jnana is not the something mundane education, not physics, mathematics, chemistry. No, it is Brahma Vidya. That's why it's called eternal education. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam, Pavitramidamuttamam, Pratyakshavagamam Dharmam, Susukam Kartum Aviyam. 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling that this education is Raja Vidya and it is king of the secrets and this is eternal education. This is the only education we need. We don't need any other education actually. To live our life peacefully, happily, we don't need any other education. We don't need zoology, biology, botany, nothing is, you don't need any of it. Because animals, they are living peacefully, happily, without any corona problems, without any having this education, medical education, right? But whereas human beings, the option is given, choice is given. You want mundane education or you want to spiritual education. But we are chasing after material education till half of our life is spent in material education. Just to eat, sleep, mate, and defend. That is all. But this education includes that also. It's not only that, even better. How to eat, how to sleep, how to mate, how to defend is also given in Brahma Vidya. Today we are going to discuss that only. So that's why this is called eternal education. In the eternal education, Krishna told how it is, how sorry, how to get that education. There is a system. Not that I'll buy some book and I'll read it and I'll understand it. No, there is a system. Sayevayam Mayatedya Yoga Prokta Puratana. What is it? Bhaktosi Sakacheti Rahasyam. No, this is the Rahasya education. So then, what is that? Next one, Parampara. Parampara system is there. In that Parampara system, you have to get the education. Then only you will understand something. Otherwise, it's not possible. What is that parampara system? We have mentioned there are 4 paramparas. What is that? Parampara means sampradaya. There is a Lakshmi sampradaya, there is Brahma sampradaya, there is Shiva sampradaya, Rudra sampradaya, and Kumar sampradaya. These are the 4 systems which are giving the same education. These 4 are like 4 universities, and there are 4 different acharyas, prominent acharyas like Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Vishnu Swami, Nimbarka Swami. The Acharya said, you have given that. So what is the point here? Krishna said that you have to accept a guru and you have to accept the knowledge through the parampara, through the university, through the sampradaya. Then only it is valid and you will see the some result. That is the eternal education. And then accurate understanding. How to understand the real understanding comes through the parampara. You have to understand from guru, right? Especially for 11 to ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस तदैव भजाम्यहम् मम वर्तमान वर्तन्ते मनुष्य पार्थ सर्वशा. This is the accurate understanding, right? As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pruta. So next, removing reactions. Yes, in this world, as long as we are in this world, we have to do actions. There is no moment goes by without any action. And for every action, there is a reaction. Even though after understanding, I don't want to do any action, but that's not possible. That is only possible in the spiritual world, not in the material world. Even in spiritual world also, you have to act. Because the soul is very active. 24/7, the soul is active. The soul is never inactive. So that means you are acting. When you're acting means you have to get some reaction. So how to get rid of the reactions? There we discussed karma, vikarma, akarma. Three things we discussed. What is akarma? Akarma is the one which removes the reactions. Reactions of karma and reactions of vikarma, both can be removed by akarma. That Krishna mentioned. And at the same time, he mentioned that karma, the equation of karma is very complicated and we cannot analyze 100%. It's so many variables are there in that equation. So it's very complicated. And next is sacrifices. So to get rid of some karmas, we need sacrifices. Sacrifices to Devatas, sacrifices to Brahman, sacrifices to Supreme Lord. Sacrifices means Tyaga. So in this way, we have mentioned for chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And today, so Arjuna is starting with a. So today, fifth chapter is again divided into four divisions, 4 parts. The acronym is STEP, step. First two letter is S. S stands for stay in this world or in the world. What does that mean? Something different it looks like right now. Why we want to get out of this world, right? So why it is telling stay in the world? Especially chapter is starting with again Arjuna's confusion. Arjuna is confused again. Right here, Arjuna Vacha. Let's see. Arjuna Vacha. Sanyasam karmanam Krishna Punaryogam cha samshaya samshasi yashreya yetayorekam tanme bruhi sunischitam. Again, bruhi. Bruhi means tell me. Sunischitam. Tell me exactly what you want me to do. Sanyasam karmanam. What is that? Arjuna said, oh Krishna, first of all, you ask me to renounce work. And then again, you recommend to work with devotion. Now, will you kindly tell me definitely which of the two is more beneficial? In the Karma Yoga, he recommended to work, Nishkama Karma Yoga. And in the Jnana Yoga, he said that acquire the knowledge. So here Arjuna understood that getting knowledge means renouncing work. Right? In the third chapter, Nishkama Karma Yoga means work and devotion. So you told two things. Which one I have to do? You want me to get the knowledge, Jnana Yoga, according to, or you want me to work in Nishkama Karma Yoga, work in devotion. Which one is better? So here the little misunderstanding what Arjuna did is, Jnana Yoga means he understood that to renounce. Jnana means what? To get the knowledge. When he is fighting, how he is going to get the knowledge? Isn't it? Will he get the knowledge? When he is going to fight, when he is going to shoot the arrows, and when he is going to get the knowledge. So that's why he got confused. Oh Krishna, tell me again. Recommend work in devotion or renounce work? But Arjuna, Krishna's understanding little different. What Jnana Yoga, the recommendation Krishna did in Jnana Yoga is nothing but next sloka. It says that Shri Bhagavan Vacha Sannyasa Karma Yogascha Nisreya Karau Bhau Nisreyasa Karau Bhau Tayostu Karma Sannyasat Karma yogo vishishyate. The personality of Godhead replied, the renunciation of work, the renunciation of work and work in devotion are both good for liberation. But of the two, work in devotional service is better than renunciation of work. Okay, for your understanding, Jnana Yoga means renunciation of work. Let's, for the sake of argument, we will take it. Even though if you consider that, so what is best out of the two? Renunciation of work and work in devotion. Which is better? Because work in devotion is better. Why? We will see. So Krishna recommends the spirit of renunciation in work, sannyasa in karma, but not renunciation of work, sannyasa of karma. There are two things, very little difference is there. So look at it. Sannyasa in karma, sannyasa of karma. Just in of is difference. Sannyasa in karma means what? You will be doing karma, but you are like a sannyasi. Means you will be doing work, but you are not waiting for the results. You are not looking for the result. That is called sannyasa in karma. Sannyasa of karma, you will be completely getting rid of the work. You are simply sitting at home, not doing anything. But the other one, you are working, but you are not looking for results. I'll give an example. Yeah, there is one Prabhuji. He does very good gulab jamuns in the temple, right? He was very famous. And once the prasadam is over, he'll come and he'll ask every devotee, hey, have you the gulab jamun today? Taste? Is that good? Is that spongy? What is that? He wants to hear from everybody that, wow, Prabhuji, your gulab jamun is so wonderful. Then he will hear, wow, wonderful. Yeah, you go to next person. Even if somebody glorifies, he will be happy. If somebody criticizes, oh, Prabhuji, today's gulab jamun is not good, then he will not be happy. Elation and depression. So that is called sakama karma. You are working, but with a desire, with a result. There is another Prabhuji. He cooks the feast, Sunday feast in the temple. After cooking, he just leaves. He doesn't want to hear anything. He just cooks. His job is done. And he doesn't want to hear anything, neither good or not bad. He just cooks for Krishna and devotees, and job is done. That is called Nishkama Karma Yoga. That is called Sannyasa in Karma. Sannyasa of Karma, there is somebody, he doesn't do anything. I am simply sitting. I don't do anything. That is called sannyasa of karma. So out of these three, which one is? One is sannyasa of karma, one is sannyasa in karma, one is sakama karma. One is nishkama karma, one is sakama karma. So out of all the nishkama karma is better, right? So thus, karma is superior to jnana. Another benefit of karma, why karma is superior? Because karma purifies the senses. Karma purifies the body. When you engage your body and senses, Savai Krishna Manapadaravindayor, Vachamsi Vaikunta Gunanuvarnane, Karau Harer Mandira Marjanadishu, Srutim Chakarachita Satkatodaye. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is an incident where Ambarish Maharaj, he has engaged his all limbs of his body in Krishna service. That means what? By day by day, he is getting purified by engaging all his limbs of body in Krishna service. So that is the benefit, advantage of karma. So Krishna explains this deeply in this chapter. Let's go to next. Karma yoga is equal to sannyasa, but easier than sannyasa. How? Karma yoga means working for Krishna. Yoga is there. Karma is work for me, work for myself, for my satisfaction. But karma yoga is working for Krishna. Well, sannyasa is also like that. Right? I am not doing anything. So sannyasa is also, but karma yoga is better than sannyasa. Why? Even if you renounce certain things without proper purification of the senses, proper purification of the desires, sannyasa is very dangerous. Best example, Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra took sannyasa. He is a Kshatriya. First of all, that itself is wrong. Well, he wanted to become competition with Vashishta. So he tried to become a Brahmana. So then he was doing tapasya. But before that, his senses are not purified. He did not do karma yoga, enough karma yoga he did not do. Then he was doing meditation, sannyasa, and fell down. Menaka came because the desire is there. Right? Because that is not purified. That should be purified. Then he fell down. Shakuntala born. Well, again he came to his senses. What I did something wrong. Nonsense. Let me do it again. Again with sincerity and seriousness. Again he started. Then again Ramba came. And this time he is very careful. But again, what did he do? He was very angry. You Ramba, you came to me, Menaka came to me, and she disturbed me, and all my tapasya gone. Now you came, I will curse you. With that tapasya, he cursed Ramba to become a rock. She became a rock. What happens? When he cursed, all his tapasya is gone. All the power of tapasya is gone. So that's why when we are doing some austerity tapasya, we have to be very careful. Generally, people become angry when somebody is doing tapasya, especially on Ekadashi, when we are doing upavas or some other austerities, will become proud and will become angry. With that anger, we scold somebody, all the tapasya done on that day is gone. So that's why it's very dangerous. So again, he fell down. Tapasya, again he started. Why this is coming? The heart is not purified. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya are sitting in the heart. They are not purified enough. Without proper purification, enough purification, he entered into the sannyasa order. So that is why here it is mentioned that, so you have to work in devotion. Work in devotion will purify you enough. Then later you can take sannyas. If you want, you don't need to, but you can. If you want, you can take. So in this way, karma yoga is equal to sannyasa, but easier than and better than sannyasa. It is easier also. When we compare Vishwamitra incident, work in devotion, working for Krishna. Later, he became a devotee of Ram, Lord Ram, and he became a guru of Ram. Like he achieved whatever he wanted to achieve, and he did the devotional service to Lord Ram. Ultimately perfected his life, but so much work he has to done, so much time is wasted. So that's why it's easier. Okay, karma yoga and sannyasa are same. Sankhya. Okay, now let's see 4, 5. Okay, here Sankhya yoga prutagvala pravadanti na pandita ekamapyastita samyak ubhayor vindhate palam. Only the ignorant speak of devotional service, that is karma yoga. is being different from the analytical study of the material world, Sankhya. Those who are actually learned say that he who applies himself well to one of these paths achieves the results of both. So, what Krishna is saying here, uh, devotional service, Karma Yoga and Sankhya are both are same. What is Sankhya? Earlier also described. What is Sankhya? Sankhya means Sankhya. Sankhya means counting. What is the counting? Counting of the material elements. What are these material elements? Panchabhutas, Pancha Tanmatras, Pancha Karmendriyas, Pancha Jnanendriyas. Next, three subtle elements. That is 23. And Pradhana or Mahatattva, 24. These are the material elements. Then Atma and Paramatma. 4 plus 3, 2, 6, 26 elements. They are not called material elements, but they are elements. But what are the material? These 24 are the material elements. So this is, and if you combine all this, if you add yoga and if you add Atma and Paramatma to this, that will become Sankhya Yoga. Without Atma and Paramatma, this has become only Sankhya. If you add to this Atma and Paramatma, it becomes Sankhya Yoga. Especially if you add it to Paramatma, it will become connecting to Paramatma, and that is Sankhya Yoga. So, is there any difference? There is no difference actually, because you are using your Sankhya analytical study to connect to God. That has become Sankhya Yoga. So that is why here Krishna is telling that both are same only. Karma Yoga and Sankhya Yoga, both are same. Those who are actually learned say that he who applies himself well to one of these paths achieves the results of both. If you do this, you will get that. If you do that, you will get this result of this. So in this way, this is going. So mere renunciation is difficult and distressful without performing Nishkama Karma Yoga. That is what it is. Best example is our Vishwamitra, right? Oops. Okay. Next. Yeah, here this is the just explained. Sankhya Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Sannyasa. All of them are almost equal. Sankhya Yoga, Jnana Yoga, both. Jnana Yoga means what? Jnana. Jnana of what? Jnana of the material elements, Jnana of spirit, Atma Paramatma, and connection. Ultimately, yoga, connection. Analytical study of material body and soul. That's called Sankhya Yoga. Analysis of temporary material world leads to detachment from material activities. When you understand that this material world is temporary, and you naturally become detached, why you are unnecessarily attached, and you nicely analyze this, and then where will you go? And ultimately you'll go to spiritual things. So such knowledge ultimately leads one to find Krishna, root of everything. Ultimately, all those Sankhya Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Sannyasa, all of these are leading to find Krishna, the root cause. So this is again little bit explanation about Nishkama Karma Yoga. What is Nishkama Karma Yoga? Yoga, Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga. I just already gave the example of a Prabhuji cooking feast for all the devotees, and he is not interested to find the result. That is Nishkama. So perfect knowledge. So then what is that? Who are you? I am not this material body. If you go to a Nishkama Karma yogi or a Bhakti yogi, both are same almost. If you ask him, who are you? I am spirit soul. I am not this material body. That is understanding of a Nishkama Karma yogi. And part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So what do you want to do? I want to render some devotional service to Krishna, God, Lord, Supreme Lord. right? How you will do it? I'll work in a detached spirit. I'll work in a detached spirit. I don't know. He just love the Prabhuji. He worked in a detached spirit, and he cooked and left it and he gone like that. So in this way, there are some devotees. They are doing that Nishkama Karma Yoga. Somebody is doing the book distribution. The one, there are two. One is Mr. Hrishikesh Mafatlal. He is the owner of Mafatlal Industries, and the other person is Mr. Apar Industries, owner of Apar Industries. So what they are like a Nishkama Karma Yogis. They are just doing for sake of doing, but they are not attached. This is another example. Who is a Nishkama Karma Yogi? Again, who are you? Same thing. I am servant of God. That is the answer comes from a Nishkama Karma Yogi. Then what work do you do? Work allotted by God. Whatever the work allotted by God, I'll do. Just example, the gardener is there. What the gardener is doing? The garden is given by somebody, land is given by somebody, and plants are given by. He's just working there. He just watering the plants, and he's just working for the owner of the garden. Similarly, our body is like a garden. Like our senses are there. Using the senses, using the body, or we are working for Krishna. You just work for Krishna. Then Nishkama Karma Yoga. Work allotted by you. How do you do the work? I work hard with sincerity, dedication to my best ability. Even though you may be going to a software company or hardware company, you are working. How you have to work? You have to work like working for Krishna. Because the company is Krishna's company, I have to work with my all sincerity. And then don't leave the salary there. Get the salary. Get the salary. Use that in Krishna's service. Like that. So Nishkama Karma. That becomes Nishkama Karma. No. I am working very hard, all month long I worked, and I am eligible to, entitled to get the salary, and I'll enjoy in my own way, in sinful activities. That will become karma. That will become. That's why we said it is your karma. It is your karma. That's why you are suffering. That's why you are enjoying. It is your karma. No. Let us not leave it as a karma. Let us make it as a karma yoga. Let us connect it to Krishna by spending that all or part of it in Krishna's service. So in that way, this is the, what do you do with the results? That's, I hand it over to God. How? I just explained. Similarly, Nishkama Karma, shift your attitude from doership to divine. I am not the doer, isn't it? I am the doer. That's we are going to discuss a little bit further. I am the doer. I am not the doer, right? Everything is done by, actually in Karma Yoga 3rd chapter, that shloka is there. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudatma karta aham iti manyate. He's thinking the foolish living entity, foolish person is thinking that I am the karta aham. That's called ahankar. Karta, I am the doer. No, you are not the doer. But who is the doer? Prakriti, material energy, is the doer. Prakriti kriyamanani. So shift your attitude from doership to divine. How to divine? Connect it to divine? Because there it is said Prakriti. But whose Prakriti it is? Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti. It is Krishna's Prakriti. Right? It's so that's why ultimately doership to divine. So I am not the doer. Eliminate feeling of I did it. I only can do it. That we generally see when somebody in cricket or somewhere they hit a sixer. So what they will do? Well, they do like this. I did it. I did it. Isn't it? Did he do it? He did not do it. Uh, his hands are his hands, his legs, the bat. There are so many things involved in it, isn't it? So he has a desire. If Krishna did not give permission to hit, or Krishna did not give the expertise to hit it, how can you do it? You cannot do it. So in this way, eliminate the feeling of I did it, I only can do it. There are some people, I only can do it. Me, we are so much attached to it, right? I only can do it. So we can't do anything on our own without God's sanction. It is said that there is no a blade of grass cannot move without the sanction of the God, isn't it? We know that nothing is moving, not even a blade of grass. So we cannot do anything in our own without God's sanction, right? There are many uncertainties in this world. Do you know all of them? Do you know what's going to happen tomorrow? Right? And whatever is happening, are you controlling it? No. So in this way, eliminate false ego and doership feeling while doing work as a faithful servant of God. Everything is given by God. My body is given by God. My brain is given by God. My intelligence is given by God. Only thing you have is the desire. Only thing you have the desire. That's all. For the desire, Krishna has to give the sanction. Okay. Upadrasta Anumanta. Krishna sitting as Paramatma in our heart, he has to give the sanction. And he has to enable our body. He has empower our body to do that thing. Right? Just sometimes we see some person's body is paralyzed. Half of the body is left side or right side is completely paralyzed. If you are the doer, if you are the controller, can you ask your hand, okay, lift? I want to do some more work is there, okay, lift. You can't lift it the hand because Krishna took out the Paramatma, took out the permission for that side. Either leg or hand or both, the permission is taken out. You cannot do anything now. You are given only 50% permission. Even though you said it's my body, I am the doer, I can do it. Without me, nobody can do it. You are saying all those things. But now you can do it. Why you have to go to hospital? Why you have to lay down for months and months? Why you have to walk on walker? Why you need to help somebody? If you are the doer, if you are doing everything, why can't you do it now? That means you are not the doer. This is very, very important. In our day-to-day life and our understanding, this is very important. With this, you will reduce your 50% of tension in your life if you understand and accept it. So, eliminate false ego and doership feeling while doing work as a faithful servant of God. Don't take any credit for the work done. I just said, the cricketer or the sportsman, football, whatever we do, I did it. We write a computer program, maybe a million bytes. We write a computer program and we look at the program, we execute it multiple times. Wow, result is coming. I did it. I did it. How did you do it? You did it with brain given by Krishna, intelligence given by Krishna, right? With that, you are able to do. That day, your headache, you're stuck with some headache. Can you do it? You cannot do it. So, humbly surrendered the reward to God. So, it is said that Nobel Prize. The Nobel Prize should go to who? The first Nobel Prize and all the Nobel Prize should go to Krishna. Because he is the one who is doing everything. But instead of that, we are taking Nobel Prizes. That is not right. That is simply cheating. Okay. What should be the motivation of work? Why we have to work? In this, as long as we are in this world, we have to work. That you cannot escape. So, what should be the motivation? The purification of the heart. When you working for Krishna, you slowly purified. Slowly purified. The tendency is there. In the last chapter, the three questions. Why Krishna created the four varnas, all those things we have discussed. I don't know how many of you remembered there. So why four varnas are created? Because different jivas have got different propensities. Somebody wants to become a brahmanical work, or priestly work, or intelligent work. Somebody wants to do a passionate work. Somebody wants to do ignorant work. Depending on jiva's requirement, Krishna created the orders, divisions in the work. So ultimately, what is the point? Whatever the work, it could be Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, whatever the work may be, the ultimate goal is to purify the heart. Well, I am a Shudra. Well, you might be a Shudra, but by doing the Shudra work, you will be purified. Doesn't matter. Whether Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, doesn't matter. The motivation should become purification of the heart. You don't have to feel that, well, I am a Shudra, I know what I am going to do, how I am. No, doesn't matter. When you do whatever Shudra work, if you do that for Krishna, your heart will be purified. Right? In this way, so world is self-sufficient and will continue to operate forever even without us. Generally, this is the concept. People understand, think that, right? Sometimes, if I am not here, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Nothing will happen. Isn't it? Nothing will happen. We are seeing so many people. Without them, nothing will happen. Everything will go nice. Isn't it? If you are there, problem. If you are not there, there is no problem. You are the problem. First of all, you get out of the equation, everything will be nice. Isn't it? Today, everybody is locked out inside. World is going very nice. No pollution, no car pollution, no this pollution. So many of the pollutions are gone. Animals are free. So you are the problem in this world. First of all, get out of this world. So that is the lesson we should learn. So that takes us out of the anxiety. Oh, if I am not there, my family, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. There are so many people are living like that. You are not the one who is doing everything. It is Krishna who is doing everything. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhana Pran, Pitahamasya Jagato, Mata Dhata Pitamaha. Krishna is declaring in the further chapters. So whether you are there, you are not there, nothing, everything will be same. Don't worry. So here, so we require to do good work basically for helping ourselves to purify our hearts, to elevate us and revive our original pure nature. That is called Nishkama Karma Yoga. That is the motivation of Nishkama Karma. That is helping us. You are working, however you are working. You cannot live without work. But if you dovetail that work in Krishna's service, your heart is purified and you are back to your normal situation. Okay. Oops. Everything is ultimately done by God only. We're going to describe that a little bit. So God is not depending on me, and me and you for running or helping this world. How this world is running? It is depending on us, right? Without us, is this world not going to run? It runs, right? Some people, where are the great heroes, so-called heroes of the histories? Was Stalin, Lenin, Napoleon, or Hitler. So many people, they were so proud. They were thinking that without them, the world wouldn't run. But where are they now? Do you have any traces of them? Does anybody remember them? No. So ultimately, we are simply given the opportunities to help others by God to improve ourselves. Only one sentence. Why we are here in this world? To deliver ourselves, to purify ourselves. We are not here to help somebody. We are here to help ourselves. We are here to purify ourselves. That's all. But generally, if you ask, what do you want to do? Their kids are there. If you what do you want to do? Uh, once I'll uh, once I grow up, I will become. I want to. What is it? I want to open a hospital and I want to help everybody. I want to acquire a lot of money and I'll distribute to everybody. This is the biggest ambition. People are thinking that this is the highest and biggest ambition, as if there is nothing bigger than that. Isn't it? There is nothing bigger than that. But no, that's not the ambition. You are here. If you are understand, if you have knowledge, what you would say, what is the answer? The answer should be, I want to become pure. Because I'm impure, I have to become. What are the impurities? I have got so many anardhas. Ardha means value. Anardha means no value or bad values. What are those? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madhamasa. These are the anardhas. I want to get rid of these. These are all there. Because of them, I am not happy. Why people are not happy? After having everything compared to olden days, today we have everything. But why we are not happy? Why? Because we have accumulated tons of these anardhas. Envy is there. Jealousy, envy is there. Anger is there. Pride is there. Illusion is there. That's why we are not happy. When the enemy is standing in front of you, will you be happy? You will not be happy. Then the same enemy is sitting in you. Will you be happy? And you don't know how to deal with them. And they are attacking you left and right. And you cannot see them. At least the outside enemy, you can see him and you know when he is coming, how he is coming, you have some idea. But the enemy inside, you don't know how he is coming. And how he is tormenting, you don't know. That's why you are not happy. So point is, we are simply given the opportunities to help others by God to improve ourselves. What should be the motivation of work still? I am not indispensable. Okay, we are instruments in the hands of Krishna. Just like I gave the example. When Mataji is cook at the kitchen, they use the spoons. Different spoons are there. They're called instruments. Right? So a spoon never claims that, well, I cooked the curry. I cooked the rice. Did any spoon claim that? No. Ultimately, the credit goes to the cook. The cook will take the... Similarly, who is the cook here? The Supreme Lord. Krishna is the cook. And we are instruments. Nimitta matram bhavasavya sachi. Krishna says to Arjuna in 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, what is that? Rajyam samruddham. I said, Arjuna, I have killed all of them already. You just act. You just act like fighting. I have already killed them. Bhishma, Drona, Karna, everybody already killed. They are already entering into my blazing mouth. So you just act and you get the glory. You get the glory and that means what? You become the instrument. Nimitta matram. Nimitta matra means instrument. Bhava savyasachi. Become nimitta matra. Bhava means become. So, what is that? Yeah, just to become an instrument. So we have to become like, we simply become the instruments of help because of our willingness to do so. You just have to develop the willingness. I want to do. That is the willingness. That's all. Now, again, that's also rest of the things are done by Him only. So even if you are not willing to become the instrument, God has thousands of other means to provide help to somebody if He so desires. Well, if you may say that, well, I cannot do it. Is that going to stop? We just explained. Without ours, nothing is going to stop. Right? Nothing is going to stop. So why? Because He has got so many other instruments. If one spoon is not working, we'll take another spoon. Similarly, so this also same thing. Ultimately, point. So I am not helping God. I am not helping God or others. Hence, any egocentric feeling of helping others should be totally eliminated. In fact, any help done by us should be forgotten as soon as possible. Yeah, this is very important statement. If somebody helps you, you have to remember forever. Whether it is small help or big help, you should not forget. We should not become kritagna. We have to become kritagnya. Kritagnya. Gnya means knowing or remembering. Krita means done. Whatever is being done, you have to gnya. You should remember forever. Kritagnya. Kritagna means what? Forgetting. Gna means forgetting. Or opposite. So, if somebody has done to you, you should remember whatever the help it may be. But if you happen to do some help, you should immediately forget that. You should not even remember. Should not even first of all should not boast it, and first of all you should not remember it in the first place. Forget as soon as possible. Why? There is a danger. If you remember it, there is a danger. The danger is you will try to become the owner of it. The doer mentality will come. As long as that is there in your mind, the doer mentality will come. I did it. I did it. There you have to request the Supreme Lord to give forgetfulness. Sarvasya chaham mrdi sannivishta mata smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedescha sarvairahameva vedya vedanta kurud veda videva chaham. 15:15. Krishna is telling that everything is coming from me. Mata smrutir jnanam. Mata from me. Mata means from me. Mata, what is coming? Mata smrutir jnanam apohanam cha. Remembrance is coming. Knowledge is coming. Forgetfulness also is coming. Who is giving forgetfulness? Krishna has to give that. If Krishna doesn't give you the forgetfulness, you cannot sleep. He has to give that forgetfulness. So here you have to request Krishna to give me some forgetfulness. Sometimes we ask remembrance. I have to go to exam and I have to write Krishna, please give me remembrance. Whatever I studied, I should all remember, and questions, whatever I read, those questions should come. We'll pray to Krishna. But here you have to pray, Krishna, make me to forget whatever the good I have done. But you remember them. Krishna has to remember. Okay, so this is the motivation of work. So performing Nishkama Karma Yoga frees one from bondage. So this is the application, practical application. One in knowledge understands his incompatibility with the material nature and thus acts only for purification, unattached to material results. We have to understand the incompatibility. Incompatibility can be easily understood by software engineers. What is the incompatibility? There is one hardware. For that hardware, there is a suitable software. When they are incompatibility, when they are compatible, that computer will work. Right? You buy some hardware and you buy another software. If you try to mix it, it will not work. Similarly, in our situation also, by nature we are Atma, spirit. But where are we? we are in the matter. Just like water and what is that? Oil cannot mix. You can see that. Put some oil in it, on top of that pour the water. You can see both. They are separate. Similarly, Atma and Sarira, they are not compatible. That's why we are suffering. Right? When the hardware and software compatible, it will work and we can do the job. It's wonderful. We can do wonderful things with that compatibility. But when there is incompatible, when they are incompatible, you cannot do anything. Similarly, we are not happy. Whatever we do, we are not happy and satisfied. Why? Why? This is the question. Cause of suffering, destination of the life. We do that in the session, Science of Self-Realization session. We do that. We are suffering. We are trying to enjoy in this world, at least through the known process, eating, sleeping, mating, and depending. We are trying to enjoy. Are we enjoying? Are we getting enough enjoyment? No. Why? On top of that, we are getting other things. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. Those are we are getting. Adhyatmika, Adhibhautika, Adhidayvika. Problems are coming. 4 plus 3, 7 problems are there. I want to enjoy in 4 ways, but I'm getting 7 ways of problems. Why? This is the question. This is the research we have to do. That's got root cause analysis. We have to do the root cause analysis. So why? What is the root cause analysis? Why I am suffering? Cause of suffering and destination of life. What is the destination of life? Right? Somebody is driving a car very fast, and police stopped him, and he asked, "Hey, where are you going? You're going so fast. I don't have any problem, but where are you going?" He said, I don't know. I'm going following all the rules and regulations, but I don't know where I am going. Is that an intelligent work? First of all, you should know where you are going, whether you are going this way, that way, up or down. So many things are there. That's fine. But if you know the destination, that is good. But first of all, you don't know where you are going. So what is the use? So this is our life. So practical. So one in knowledge understands his incompatibility with material nature and does acts only for purification. Yes. Best use of bad bargain. Somebody went to shop and he bought something, some instrument. He did bargain. That fellow said 500 rupees. This fellow asked for 100 rupees. Oh, that then okay, with happily he paid 100 rupees and that fellow gave it for, and he brought it home. But he did the bad bargain. Why? Why? The thing he bought it for comes for 10 rupees only. He understood that I did it's a bad bargain. Why? You thought you did a best thing, but it's not best bargain. It's a bad bargain. Because the same thing is available outside for 10 rupees. You bought it for 100 rupees. 10 times more you paid for it. Okay, even though it's a bad bargain, you can use it in a best way. Right? So what is that bad bargain? What is that thing? This body is the bad bargain. Right? The body is the bad in this world. What is bad in this world? The body is the bad. If you understand our composition of body, you'll repent it. Are Bapre, what abominable. Kapha, Pitta, Vata, blood, urine, stool, fuss is all there in the body. In that body we are living. Can you live? If there is a situation like that where blood, urine, stool, fuss is there, can you live there can you be there for a minute? You won't be there. But you are living in this body for same kind of body, you are living for 100 years. what do you call obnoxious thing, right? It's not an obnoxious thing, and we are happily living, and we are decorating it, and we want to continue with it, isn't it? Point bad bargain. This is a bad thing. You can, yes, best use it. 100% utilization should be done. Best use. Put into service of Krishna. That's called Nishkama Karma Yoga. Your hands and legs and everything, all of your limbs of your body should be uh, uh, used in Krishna service. With that, what happens? Our senses, mind, intelligence, everything will be purified. That is called unattached to material results. If you don't attach to material results, it will be purify you. Performing Nishkama Karma Yoga frees one from bondage. Bondage to this body, bondage to other bodies, bondage to this world. So many bondages are there. We can't see, right? We can't see our bondage. But we are like bonded with golden chain, iron chain, silver chain. So many chains are there. We are not able to see those chains, right? So next to characteristics of yoga yukta. Yoga yukto vishuddhatma vijitatma jitendriya sarvabhutatma bhutatma kurvannapi na lipyate. What is saying? One who works in devotion, who is a pure soul, and who controls his mind and senses, is dear to everyone, and everyone is dear to him. Though always working, such a man is never entangled. Such a benediction. One who works in devotion, devotion to Supreme Lord, right? Who is pure soul and who controls his mind. When you are working for Krishna, working for the Supreme, means you are controlling your mind and senses. Then you become automatically dear to everyone. Why? Because you are working for the ultimate. So, and everyone is dear to you. You don't see anybody as a friend or anybody as a dear. Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshosti na priyaha. Krishna is telling, just like there is nobody dear to me and there is nobody enemy to me. I am equal to it. For a devotee also, when somebody is working in Nishkama Karma Yoga, somebody is working uh, in that consciousness, then he doesn't see anybody as enemy or anybody as a friend. Though always working, such a man is never entangled. He is working. In the eyes of the ordinary people, he is also working like anybody else. Everybody else working like cats and dogs. And this fellow is also working like cats and dogs. But his intention is completely different. His motive is completely different. His motive is to work for the Supreme without any attachment for the results. And next is he wanted to purify himself and get out of this place as soon as possible and never come back. That is his motive. But in the eyes of other people, well, he is also working. So there is a difference. Okay. Doer, non-doer. 8, 9. Okay, this is very important. Naiva kinchit karomiti yukto manyeta tattvavet pashyan srunvan sprishan zigran asnan gachan swapan swashan pralapan visrujan grinan unmishan nimishannapi indriyan indriyardeshu vartanta iti dharayan. What does that mean? Very important. Please hear attentively. A person in the divine consciousness, very important. A person in the divine consciousness, although engaged in seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, eating, moving about, sleeping, breathing, always knows within himself that he actually does nothing at all. Why? Because while speaking, While speaking, evacuating, receiving, or opening or closing his eyes, he always knows that only the material senses are engaged with their objects and that he is aloof from them. If you understand this sloka on two slokas, uh, almost 50% Bhagavad Gita understood. So, what is that? We may be seeing, right? Seeing, we may be hearing, touching, smelling, talking, eating, moving, so many things, sleeping. We are all doing all these things, but but we are aloof from it as this, as a soul, which is distinct from our body, just like a water and the oil. They're too distinct. They're too distinct. Even they both are liquids, but they do never mix. Similarly, we are Atma, we are living in this body, we are completely aloof. We are going to get that example. Just like lotus leaf is there and their water drop is there. On the lotus leaf water, it's on the lotus leaf only, but the water doesn't touch. Similarly, soul is like water and the body is like a lotus leaf. They don't touch. Completely aloof. Aloof. Right? So I am sitting in this house. Right? But the house has got 4 or 5 windows. I'm seeing through the windows. I'm taking through the windows. I'm smelling through the windows. I'm doing everything through the windows. But I'm not attached to the house. I'm sitting in the middle of the house. I'm just using the house. That's all. I'm not touching the house. And I'm doing everything. I'm seeing, I'm smelling, I'm eating, I'm evacuating, I'm doing everything. So that is the meaning. Then another understanding is next. Where is that? Yeah, he's always knows that only the material senses are engaged with their objects and that he's aloof from them. Senses are there, sense objects are there. Senses are interacting with the sense objects. But I'm aloof. But I'm aloof. So this is a little, further understanding. Okay, let's see. So doer, non-doer. I'm doer, but yet non-doer. It looks like I'm doing it. But with the understanding, the analogy, I'm not doing anything. Hope you understood this. Why we already in the third chapter already today also, just now also I explained. I'm not doing, I'm just desiring, that's all. Everything is done by Krishna. So let's see the link. Having said that, the Karma Yogi is not the doer of actions, yet does actions. Krishna will now explain that such a yogi acts for the sake of the Supreme Lord. Even if at all, if we are thinking that we are doing, and we are doing it for the Supreme Lord. So he's the example. Works for the Supreme with detachment. Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karotyah lipyate na sa papena padmapatramivambasa. This is the example. One who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the results unto the Supreme Lord, is unaffected by sinful actions, as the lotus leaf is untouched by water. This is a technique. We have to live in this world like this. If we remember this example all the time, then you are safe and secure. But it's very difficult. It needs lot of knowledge, lot of practice, lot of sadhana. So many things are needed. But you have to remember the example. This will help you. This will relieve you from so many problems, conflicts, tragedies, if you remember this. So why does a person who knows that he is a spirit soul and not the body and is thus detached still perform work? Why? You know that you are not this body. And so why still you have to work? Let's see what is the connection here. Kayena manasa buddhya kevalairindrayairapi yogina karma kurvante sangam tyaktvatmasid shuddhaye. So already explained this, but I'm telling again. The yogis abandoning attachment act with body, mind, intelligence, and even with the senses only for the purpose of purification. This is the benefit. Why? Even though you know that I am not this body, I am spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna. Okay, I am completely not belong to here at all. But what can you? You are stuck in this. Now you are stuck in this body. You cannot get out. So as long as you are in this body, you work. Kayana means body, manasa, mind, buddhya, intelligence, kevaler, indriya, and the senses. So ultimately, sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye. Sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye. Atma shuddhaye means for the your own purification. Own purification. A karma yogi attains unadulterated peace. Shanti mapnoti naistikim. So there is a nice story. There is a nice story in Srimad Bhagavatam where Ambarish Maharaj had some fighting with some quarrel with Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni is a yogi. He can travel all the three lokas. He can go to spiritual world also, not only three mullokas, and he can go to spiritual world also. He has got that much power. But such a yogi, an ordinary grahastha like Ambarish Maharaj is a karma yogi, means bhakti, bhakti yogi. There's some quarrel, but ultimately Durvasa Muni has to touch the feet of Ambarish Maharaj. Even though he was a yogi or is a jnana yogi or a mystic yogi actually, dhyana yogi. So he has to come to the feet of Ambarish Maharaj and ask for the forgiveness. So that is the greatness of karma yoga or bhakti yoga. So Krishna will now explain the pure soul is the doer yet non-doer, knowing which one can be detached and understand the supreme and attain liberation. Krishna will now explain how the pure soul is the doer yet non-doer. How soul is the doer and at the same time how it is non-doer. That we are going to see here now. Let's see. This is the example of King Gaya. King Gaya gave full protection and security to the citizens, and he also saw that there was sufficient food, distribute gifts, call meetings, good instructions. This comes in the. So he's a great bhakta or a great karma yogi in its understanding. And besides all this, King Gaya was a householder who strictly observed the rules and regulations of household life. He performed sacrifices and was an allied pure devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although he was perfect in all respects, he was not proud, nor was he anxious to rule the kingdom. Yeah. So this is the example of a great karma yogi. So what is the point? Yes, for is stay in this world, and you should know how to stay in this world. That's what mentioned in the first 12 shlokas. How you have to stay in this world. You can stay as long as you want actually. In Ishopanishad, this is also mentioned. You can stay in this world as long as you want. But there is a way. What is that way? Don't encroach others areas. Whatever the quota provided to you, you take your quota and you live your life. Like there is the domain is there. Animal domain, human domain is there. Don't encroach other domains. You have been given certain area. You be in that area. You eat whatever you are supposed to eat. You do what you are supposed to do. And in this way, Kurman neveha karmani jijiviksheshu shatam sama. What is that? Next to Isopanisha is saying that you can live hundreds of years, but there is a way how to live, isn't it? You can live in this country by following the rules and regulations of the country. No problem. If you break the rules and regulations of the country, you will be in jail. You will be in the jail. That is the rule. So here, stay in this world. But what is the reason for staying in this world? To purify ourselves, to purify our senses, to purify our mind and intelligence and everything, ultimately get out. That is the whole purpose. Best use of a bad bargain. Your bad bargain is your body. Best use is to get out of it. Best use is to purify. And the purpose of purifying is you have to go to the pure place. Because this is dirty place. This is a nasty place. This is a dangerous place. Padam padam yad vipadam na tesham. In this world, there is every step, there is a danger. Right? If you get out, you don't know where you are going to catch corona. Such a dangerous place. That's why we are all locked out, locked in. So now let's go to second is 3 doers. T stands for 3 doers. Who are these 3 doers? Let us see. Okay, let's see. Oops. Oh, this came again. I think something repetition. 13. Okay, let's see here. 12th. Okay, the steadily devoted soul attains unadulterated peace because he offers the result of all activities to me. Whereas a person who is not in union with the divine, who is greedy for the fruits of his labor, becomes entangled. That is also said. The opposite also said. Whoever is not living according to the instructions given by, then what is the problem? He will be entangled. The danger is there. So now, sarva karmani manasa sanyasyaste sukam vasi navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvanna karayan. What is that? Navadvare pure dehi. Navadvara. Navadvara means 9 holes. This body has got 9 holes. It is like a puram. Right? This is like a city. City of 9 gates. Right? So we have got 9 gates. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 noses, 6 plus mouth, 7, and 2 outputs. 1 input, 2 outputs. 6 plus 3, 9. This is Navadvare. 9 gates are there. Navadvare. Pure Dehi. Dehi means the soul, the Atma. Atma is living in this soul. Atma is living in this body. The body has got to, the city has got 9 gates. So, Sarva Karmani Manasa Sanyasyaste Sukam Vasi. Sarva Karmani, all the activities. Manasa, by mind. Sarva Karmani Manasa Sanyasyaste Sukam Vasi. If you renounce them within your mind, you may be doing the work, but you are renouncing. In the starting, we have discussed that. What is that? Sannyasa in karma, sannyasa of karma. So this is like sannyasa in karma. You are working, but you are renounced. You are not attached to the result. You are just as if you are not doing like you are doing it. Whatever comes, whatever, let it come. You are not attached like that. So sarva karmani manasa sanyasyaste sukam vasi. You will be happy. You will be comfortable. Sukam vasi. Navadvare pure dehi. Naiva kurvan na karayan. It's like you are not doing, and at the same time you are not the cause for the doership. Right? When the embodied living being means soul controls his nature and mentally renounces all actions, mentally you are renouncing. You are not, even though you are doing it, but you are completely aloof. He resides happily in the city of nine gates, the material body, neither working nor causing work to be done. As if you are working, but as if you are not working. Right? When I am working, I look for some result. Oh, good, I am elated. Oh, bad, I am depressed. But here you are working, but you are aloof, just like that Prabhuji. So this is role of the soul. Okay, let's go 13. Here, yeah. So that is a role of the soul is initiator, and role of the material nature is facilitator. Role of the Lord is sanctioner. Ignorance, bewilders. Let's see 13, 14 and 15. Is one more. Nadatte kasachit papam nachaiva sakrutam ubu ajnana anavrutam jnanam tena muhyanti jantavaha. So this is the example here. See, there is a triangle. On the top, the Supreme Lord is there. On the left, who is that? Durga, Maya is there. And the left is, sorry, the right is Maya is there. Left is the Jiva is there. So let us understand this. If you understand this, you will understand Bhagavad Gita very easily. Rest of the Bhagavad Gita will become easy. This equation solves many problems. So super soul verifies and sanctions based on. So first, what the Jiva? Jiva means we are all Jivas. So what we can do? In this world, we can do only one thing. What is that? Desire. Sitting at one place, we just desire. I want this, I want that, I want that, I want that also. In this way, we are desiring. As what is the only one thing we can do? Desire. Other than desire, you cannot do anything. You are not entitled to anything. You don't have any strength to do anything. So Jiva, it desires. I want to speak on the conference call. So then algorithm, this is the algorithm. This algorithm, then where it goes? It goes to the super soul. Paramatma, sitting in our heart. Super soul verifies. Condition. Whether this desire, and desire also should be there. You can desire with a deserve. Deserve means qualification should be there. I want to buy a BMW car. Okay, are you deserved? Okay, you can buy a BMW car, but are you deserved for it? Are you qualified enough? Means what? You should have enough money in your bank balance. So he sees that. Who? He verifies. Algorithm. Sanctions based on, does this Jiva deserve to get this desire fulfilled? No, it doesn't have any bank balance, then no sanction. But the desire is there. Desire is there. You are working on desire. I want. For that, you have to keep on working. One day you will deserve. Maybe this life or next life. But the desire is there. See, the danger of desire is like that. It is there. So when you are deserved, he will sanction. Even though you are deserved and you desired, if Paramatma is not sanctioning, you will not fulfill that desire. Whether it's a good desire or bad desire or whatever the desire, you should be deserved and it should be sanctioned by the Paramatma. Then it is then go to the next stage. It's not only it's not done yet. It's not done yet. So then it goes to Prakriti. So after receiving the super soul's order, material nature through three modes, Sattva, Rajas, Tama gunas, fulfills Jiva's desires. So he gives the work order to Prakriti. Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti, he said that. Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam Yetunanena Kaunte Jagat Viparivartate, he said that. So what is saying? Then he is giving the work order to Prakriti. Then Prakriti Kriyamanani Gunai Karmani Sarvasha. Then Prakriti does that. Right? Then he will enjoy or suffer. The Jiva comes back to, the result comes to the Jiva, whether enjoyment or suffering. I just give the example. I want to work on this. I want to speak on this. I have a desire. Whether I am qualified, do I have that enough knowledge? Did I work enough? Did I understood? Oh well, this fellow is understood. Okay, then he gives a sanction. Who? He gives a sanction to Prakriti. Then my mouth works, my brain works, my computer works, my everything will work. Then I'll speak. Then I'll speak. This is the equation. If we understand this, then all our tensions will come down. Contention, because I want to do this, now it's not happening. Why it's not happening? Because you're not deserved. You're not deserved. Wait for the deserve. Why are you worrying? Why is the tension? Isn't it? So this equation is very important in our day-to-day life. Hope you understood this, but this is very key here. So here, this person, his name was, what is it, Muhammad Ali? No, Mike Tyson, huh? Muhammad Ali, I think, yeah. No, Cassius Clay, somebody. So he is the boxing champion, world champion. Yeah, Muhammad Ali. So world heavyweight boxing champion. When he was in his farm, he said, I am the greatest. I am the powerful, I am the greatest, because nobody could stand in front of him, especially in the boxing ring. So when he was in youth, he declared that I am the greatest. But when he was hit by Parkinson's disease, what happened? He could not lift the coffee cup. He could not even lift even a cup of a coffee. So this is the situation. Because why? Earlier, Krishna's permission is there for him so that he can declare, he can speak, he can, punch somebody, he can do so many things. But now, sanction has been removed. His deserve is over. He has emptied his bank account. Deserve is gone. That's why he couldn't do anything. So in this way, what happens when we think I am in control of everyone and everything? I can get what I want. I will beat my rival. I will work 18 hours a day and I can do so many things. But what can we do? No, we cannot do much. So this is the oops. Okay, let's go. People are, in that, without understanding this equation, people are stressed up, stressing out, committing suicide. Teen suicide rates have tripled in past 25 years in India today because they don't understand this equation. That's why this equation should be taught in schools, colleges, and universities. Everywhere. Parents should teach, and everywhere. Relatives should teach. So many ways this education should be done. When that will happen? If they are educated, they will do that. If they are not educated, how they will do that? So now let's go to step E, equal vision. What is this equal vision? So practical application of this section. Liberation by focusing on the super soul. Liberation by focusing on the super soul. Where is the super soul? In our heart, right? Actually, looks like I missed a slide here. I am still waiting for why that did not come. Let me did not somehow clicking, it is gone or what? Oh no, there is one slide. Okay, so here I can, so first there is the initiator, that Jiva. I think, yeah, I can explain here only. Let's see here. Yeah, here only. So these are three doers. One doer is Jiva, another doer is Paramatma, another doer is material nature, Prakriti. So these are the three doers. If any work is being done, if any work is to be done, these three people should work. If one of them is not working, it will not be done. So this needs to be understood here. Okay, let's go back. Okay, here, equal vision. So practical application of this section. A yogi can attain liberation by fixing his mind on the Supreme Lord. That involves tolerating temptations of the material senses and redirecting one's pleasure, seeking propensity from matter to spirit or from outwards to inwards. So liberation by focusing on the super soul. Super soul is sitting in our heart, right? Just like on a branch of a tree, there are two birds are sitting. There is a nice mango tree is there. Under mango tree, two birds are sitting. Two parrots are sitting. One parrot is very busy eating the mangoes, but one bird is simply just watching and witnessing and sanctioning. The other parrot is saying that I want to eat that mango. Okay, this besides mango, what is saying? Okay, go ahead. And sometimes I don't go. In this way, the other parrot is witnessing and sanctioning. Similarly, here a yogi can attain liberation by fixing his mind on the Supreme Lord. This is the seed for next chapter actually. This is the guide for next chapter. We are entering into the next chapter. So Krishna is directing there. So now a yogi can attain liberation by fixing his mind on the Supreme Lord. That's called Dhyana Yogi. Next chapter is sixth chapter Bhagavad Gita, Dhyana Yoga. So Dhyana Yogi. So what he is doing? Following that's called Ashtanga Yoga also. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyah, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. In this way, there are 8 ways of practice. So here that yogi can get liberation by fixing his mind on Supreme Lord. That's why yogi sits in meditation in the Padmasana posture and he is meditating. So that involves tolerating temptations of material senses and redirecting one's pleasure-seeking propensity from matter to spirit. There is so much to it. It's not just like happens. Especially tolerating temptations of the material senses, because the senses are like 5 horses. 5 senses are there, right? Ear, uh, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. These are 5 senses. They're compared like compared like 5 horses. These 5 horses are pulling in 5 directions, and the soul is in the middle, right? So then he has to tolerate all of them, and then he has to seeking pleasure seeking propensity, control the redirect the propensity from matter to spirit. So let's see how that is. So focus on the Supreme leads to liberation. Let's go to 17. Okay. When one's intelligence, mind, faith, and refuge are all fixed in the Supreme, then one becomes fully cleansed by misgivings, cleansed of misgivings through complete knowledge, and thus proceeds straight on the path of liberation. When one's intelligence, mind, faith, and refuge are all fixed in the Supreme. Okay, so then becomes fully cleansed of misgivings through complete knowledge, and thus proceeds straight on the path of liberation. So basically, he has to get the knowledge. Knowledge of what? At least the knowledge of these 3 doers. If he has understanding of these 3 doers, then he goes to proceeds to the liberation. When one focuses on the Supreme, what would be his vision of people and objects in this world? Krishna explains. He is trying to focus on the Supreme who is sitting in him, in his heart. Right? I am there. Right? I am doing a kind of a dhyana yogi. I am meditating. Meditating on what? Closing my eyes, putting my sight into the, what do you call, in the middle of the eyes, on the forehead, and I am doing meditation. So what would be the mood? What would be the object? Or what is called? No. What would be the his vision of people and objects in this world? He is seeing so many objects in this world. What is his mood and what is his understanding about those objects? How he has to deal with them? How he has to treat them? That is a next step. when one focuses on the Supreme, what would be his vision? So let's see that. It's called equal vision. Liberation by focusing on the super soul. So equal vision of self-realized person. This is called spiritual communism. Prabhupada said this is spiritual communism. What is communism? Equality. Everybody should be equal. Right? Everybody should be equal. That's what we're fighting. Communist countries are there fighting. Everybody should get equal rights. Everything is equal. So here also, whether that is possible or not, but this is possible. Spiritual communism is possible. Material communism is not possible. That is failures. We have been seeing since last 50 years. We have been seeing that they are failing, utterly failing communism. So, but here the spiritual communism. What is that? Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavigastini Shunichaiva Sopakecha Pandita Samadarshinaha. If you look at the picture, there is a dog, there is a cow, there is a Brahmana, there is a how, there is a elephant, and the elephant rider. Everybody is there. A person who is focusing on the Supreme, who is meditating on the super soul, so what is his observation and understanding? He should see the super soul in everybody. Right? They are different dresses. But in all the dresses, the super soul is common. Soul is there, and besides soul, super soul is there. Krishna is Paramatma, is there in dog, is there in the cow, is there in the Brahmana, and is the dog eater. Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini. Gavi means cow, Hastini means elephant. Shuni means dog. Shuni Chaiva. Sorry, Sopaka. Sopacha means dog eater. Pandita Samadarshina. They have equal vision. They see only Paramatma. That's why it's equal. Right? So that is called Brahman platform. Conquer birth and death. Let's see what is the Brahman platform. Ihaivatairjita sargo yesham samye sthitam mana nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmat brahmani te sthita. Thus, those whose minds are established in sameness and equanimity have already conquered the conditions of birth and death. They are flawless like Brahman, and thus they are already situated in Brahman. When we come to that stage, we are already situated in Brahman. Brahman means what? Brahman is nothing but Krishna's impersonal feature. What is that impersonal feature? Krishna's bodily effulgence, bodily light. So there is no difference between bodily light and Krishna in one way. In one way, there is no difference between sun and sunlight. Isn't it? There is no difference between and the Lord and his energies. Similarly, this Brahman is nothing but Lord's energy, light energy. So when we are in that understanding that the super soul is there everywhere, and on the platform of super soul and soul everybody is equal, then we are already situated in Brahman. That equanimity or one sameness or the oneness we understood, that means we are Pandita. We are Pandita and we have acquired this Brahman platform. So when we acquire this Brahman platform, what is that? We are conquering birth and death. We are almost don't misunderstand that. Okay, something like as the Mayavadi said that merging. There is no merging business here. Okay, so we are situated on the Brahman platform. Okay, detachment from external pleasures and focusing inwards requires an understanding that material environment is insubstantial and foolish. Symptoms of self-realized person. Let's understand this first. 20 and 21. Then everything will be clear. Bahya sparsheshva asaktatma vindati atmani yat sukam sabrahma yoga yuktatma sukam akshayam ashnute. Such a liberated person is not attracted to material sense pleasure, but is always in trance, enjoying the pleasure within. In this way, the self-realized person enjoys unlimited happiness, for he concentrates on the supreme. Nayam deho dehabhajanruloke kashtan kamanarhate vidbhujamye tapo divyam putrakayena sattvam shuddheti yasmad brahma saukhyam tvananta. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is one incident where Rishabdev is talking to his sons. He is instructing his sons. My dear sons, there is a stage. What is that stage? Where Brahma Saukyam, Tva Anantam, unlimited Brahma Saukyam is available. Don't waste in your life in the pleasures of this material world. If you just control or just divert these pleasure, pains and pleasures of this world, you will get the Brahma Saukyam. That's why na deham na ayam deham na deha deha bhajan nurloke. Nurloke means in this material world, in the human world. Nayam deho deha bhajan kastan kaman arhate vidbhujam ye. Kastan and kaman. The pains and pleasures are there. They are in the animals, they are in the human beings. They are common. The sense pleasures are available in animal life also. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending, they are available in animal life also. And troubles are also there. Animals also, they have got their own troubles. We are same. So, but this is there. This is the common. But Brahma Saukyam is available once after this life. If you can control the uh, pains and pleasures in this world. So that's what is meant. Symptoms. So detachment from external pleasures. Yeah, this is what. Yeah. Now let's go. Okay, very important this one. Yeah, detachment from external pleasures and focusing inwards requires an understanding that material enjoyment is insubstantial and foolish. This is a very, very important shloka in this chapter. What is that? Yehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonayevate adi antavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddha. If we can understand this shloka, we can achieve a lot. What is that? Sense enjoyment is ultimately distressful. Why? Yehi samsparshaja bhoga. Bhoga means enjoyment. How the enjoyment is coming? Sparsha ja. Ja means taking birth. How it is taking birth? Sparsha. By touching. By touching. Eyes are touching something and we are getting some enjoyment. Ears are touching something, we are getting some enjoyment. Nose is touching something, we are getting some enjoyment. Tongue is touching something, we are getting some enjoyment. Skin is touching something, we are getting enjoyment. This is called sparshaja bhoga. Sparsha bhoga. Yehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate. Dukkha yonaya means what? There is a seed of suffering, or they are the source of suffering. Whatever the enjoyment we are trying to get it, that is the source of suffering also. You think that is the source of enjoyment, but that is also source of suffering. If you understand that, we will be careful. Isn't it? Wherever we are trying to enjoy, that is in this material world, that is the source of suffering also. So that's why dukkha yonayate adi antavanta kaunte. Why? Because whatever the pleasure coming out of this sparsha ja, that has got starting and ending. The nature of the enjoyment should be continuous. But is it continuous? No. I want to eat gulab jamun. My tongue is very much attached to eat gulab jamuns. I am eating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12. After that, no more. Why no more? Why can't you eat more? You should eat more, right? Right? You are enjoying. So why can't you do? That means there is a limitation. What is the limitation? Starting and ending. When you start first gulab jamun, wow, wonderful. One more, one more, one more. Slowly it is reducing. Enjoyment is down. 12, done. I am done. I cannot do any more. 13, vomit. What is that? Dukkha yonaya evate. That is called dukkha. Starting it is pleasure, santosha. Now the same thing has become dukkha. The first gulab jam is so wonderful, so delicious, so soft, everything is very nice. But when it comes to 13th, it has become a vomit. So यही संस्पर्श जब होगा दुख योने येवति. Why? Adi antavanta kaunteya. It has got starting and ending. For any material pleasure in this material world, it has got a manufacturing date, expiry date. Two things are there. But in the spiritual world, it's not like that. You will be eating gulab jamuns. You can eat, keep on eating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 200,000, 1 lakh. You can keep on eating because there is no vomit. There is no vomit problem. That is spiritual world. But material world, because there is no starting and ending. Here starting and ending is there. That is why it said that Nateshu Ramate Buddha. Buddha means intelligent. So whoever is intelligent, he will not engage in these sense enjoyments, especially eyes, ears, nose, and tongue and skin. These are the senses. This sense pleasure they won't. They don't do. Whoever is intelligent, if you are really intelligent, don't engage in these sense pleasures. Nateshu Ramate Buddha. Ramate means enjoying. Buddha means intelligent. One who is intelligent, he will not take pleasure in these things because they are very temporary, because they have starting and ending, and they are coming through the sense. So, this is the 22. Quickly, what is the time? Okay, quickly, we are finished. Even if one knows that sense enjoyment brings distress, the urges of the senses continue to exist. So, what to do with that? We know very well. Oh, Prabhuji, you are telling this thing, we already know this. Isn't it? I know already. As if you are telling sometime first time, this I already know. So what should I do now? Tell me. That is important. That is important. So here you can see the example is given. Nalakuvara, sons of Kubera, Manigriva and Nalakuvara, they were intoxicated with sense pleasure, and they did so much nonsense, and they got cursed by Narada Muni, and they became trees in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, and Krishna came and delivered them. That is the what is that? Leela. Okay, here. So Krishna advises to tolerate the urges. What you have to do? Tolerate. Tolerance. Tolerance is very important. Tolerate. Sheknoti haiva yasodum prak sharira vimokshanat kamakrododbhavam vegam sayukta sasukhi naraha. So this is the test now. This is the practice. What is the practice? Sheknoti haiva yasodum. What does that mean? Before leaving this body, before giving up this present body, if one is able to tolerate the urges of the material senses and check the force of desire and anger, he is well situated and is happy in this world and even next world also. We will become happy by controlling the senses, not by satisfying the senses. This is the secret. You have to tolerate them. You have to ignore them. Mind is forcing. Mind is dragging. But what you have to simple technique? Ignore, ignore, ignore. If you try to satisfy, you are gone case. You are gone case. Why? You are gone. Why? Because it impels the greed. If it is satisfied, greed. One more gulab jamun. One more gulab jamun. The first gulab jamun should be stopped. Then no more gulab jamun. Only you have to stop only one place. That's all. Then no more stopping. If you can stop only one place, then job is done. But if you don't stop that, you have to stop on one place, you keep on stopping. So that's why the solution is tolerate. So tolerating agitations and retiring from external engagements that give superficial happiness are possible when one has a higher taste or sense happiness. Taste for, that gives superficial happiness are possible when one has a higher taste or religious happiness within. We already explained that. What is that? Uh, Parandrishtvana vartate. By getting the higher taste, you can get rid of the lower taste. We have to find the higher taste. How can you get the higher taste? He is saying that higher taste or religious happiness within. Happiness is outside, happiness is inside. The happiness is inside is much, much higher than happiness outside. The happiness is inside is permanent happiness, higher happiness. The happiness outside is temporary happiness and lower happiness. So that needs to be understood. So what is that next one? Let's see. Okay, here. Okay, now this is gone. Okay, now we can see. So delighting inwards, Brahma Bhuta stage. Before giving up, 24. Let's see. Yo antasuko antararamas tadhantar jyotirevaiha sayogi brahma nirvanam brahma bhuto adhigacchati. So what is saying here? One whose happiness is within, who is active and resides within, and whose aim is inward, is actually the perfect mystic. He is liberated in the Supreme and ultimately he attains the Supreme. So what is the point here? One whose happiness is within. The example is given. One person wore a nice dress, bought a new dress, wore it, and he went outside. And what is he looking? He wants to be happy. When he will be happy? If somebody says that, wow, your dress is very nice, then he will become happy. If somebody says that, if somebody says no, nothing, or somebody says, oh, your dress is not good, that means he is not happy. That means what happened? His happiness is depending on somebody's happiness, or somebody's comment, or somebody's observation. Instead of that, if you are happy inside within you, well, I wore a nice dress which I liked it, that's why I bought it, and I wore it, I looked into the mirror, I am looking very good, I'll be happy. That is called happiness inside. But no, I want to go outside and then I have to be glorified by somebody, then you are in danger. You are in danger. So that is what he is saying. Delighting inwards. That's called Brahma Bhuta stage. Brahma Bhuta, Prasannatma, Nasochati Nakangshati, Samasarveshu Bhuteshu, Madbhaktim Labate Param. 18th chapter. Krishna is telling, Brahma Bhuta, Prasannatma. Prasannatma means you are completely happy internally. Nasochati Nakangshati. If somebody said your dress is bad, you are not worrying. Nasochati. Nakangshati. We are not looking for somebody else to glorify it. Na kankshati, you are not looking for that also. Na sojati, na kankshati. Samasarveshu bhuteshu. You will see, just like in the shloka, Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini shloka, is equanimity. Samasarveshu bhuteshu. Bhuteshu means living entities, all the living entities. Samasarveshu, you are equal to all the living entities. This is called Brahma Bhuta stage. Right? So then, Labhante Brahma Nirvanam, let's see 25th also. 1 minute. Labhante Brahma Nirvanam, Rishiyakshina Kalmasha, Chinnadvida Yatatmanaha, Sarvabhuta Hiterata. Those who are beyond the dualities that arise from doubts, whose minds are engaged within, who are always busy working for the welfare of all living beings, and who are free from all sins, achieve liberation in the Supreme. There are 2-3 conditions are mentioned. Those who are beyond the dualities, good to bad, duality, right? Wanted, unwanted, priyam, apriyam, right? Darkness and light. In this way, the dualities are there. Those who are beyond the dualities, I don't care whether somebody glorified me or somebody scolded me. I don't care. Dualities that arise from doubts and whose minds are engaged within. My mind is engaged within. Within what? Within super soul, on super soul, who are always busy working for welfare of all living beings. He is busy in working for all living beings, where he is seeing Paramatma in everybody, and when working for somebody, no, he is working for Paramatma. Right? All living beings, and who are free from all sins. Yesham tu antagatam papam, jananam punyakarmanam. Free from all sins. Achieve liberation in the Supreme. Supreme is Krishna. Achieve. You go to Krishna. So that is the next thing. So the qualifications mentioned in the last 2 verses seem to be very rare and difficult to achieve. Now Krishna reassures in the next verse. Let's go to 26. One can attain liberation soon by Kamakroda Vimuktanam. Those who are free from anger and all material desires, who are self-realized, self-disciplined, and constant endeavoring for perfection, are assured of liberation in the Supreme in the very near future. Vartate viditatmanam. See the 2-3 conditions again. Those who are free from anger, no anger. Somebody asks you, how can I control anger? First of all, you have to understand why anger is there. Because attachment is there, that's why anger. If you don't have any attachment, no anger. First of all, you have to work on your attachments. I want to my son get first grade, first rank in 10th class. He did not get that. Then you become angry. You are attached to that. What is the first rank? In this brinjal curry, the salt is too much. Right? You become angry because you are attached. Brinjal curry should be like this only. If it is something this way or that way, you become angry. Why? You are attached. So point two, people always say that, how can I get rid of anger? First of all, get rid of attachment. Anger automatically will go. The root cause of anger is attachment. First of all, get out of attachment. Those who are free from anger and all material desires are there. So you have to understand the extent of material desires. If you keep on fulfilling them, they keep on coming. So then we stop material desires. Who are self-realized. What is self-realization? I am not this body, I am spirit soul. That's called self-realization. Self-disciplined. And he should know what to do, what not to do, when to do, where to do, how to do. He should know all those things. Self-disciplined and constant endeavoring for perfection. Not 1 day, 2 day, only joining conference call 18 days. No. After these 18 days also you should continue. Constantly endeavoring for self-realization. Perfection is continuous. Perfection is a continuous process. It's not a 1 day process or 1 lifetime process. It's life after life, life after life, till we land in Vaikunta. Till we land in Vaikunta, this should be there. We should not be taking rest. We are not retiring. No retirement in spiritual life. For that matter, you have to retire in your material life. You have to become busy in spiritual life. It's not like busy in spiritual life means you will be miserable. Just like when you are working in the material life, you are miserable. That's why you are getting retirement there. But here in the spiritual life, it's not a miserable situation. It's a happiest situation. So that's why we have to endeavor constantly, are assured of liberation in the Supreme in very near future. Okay, so far Krishna explained how to attain liberation by working in complete knowledge of the Supreme. In the next 2 verses, Krishna will brief brief explanation on how to attain liberation by Ashtanga Yoga, thus introducing us to next chapter. So now Krishna further to this chapter encouraging us to next go to liberation through the Ashtanga Yoga. Anga. What is that? Sparshan. We claim done. Sparshan Krutva Bahir Bahyams Chakshus Chaivantare Bruvo. So what does that mean? Let's see. Shutting out all external sense objects. Senses are there, sense objects are there. Shut them out. Close them. Close the windows. Shutting out all external sense objects. Keeping the eyes and vision concentrated between the two eyebrows. Suspending the inward and outward breaths within the nostrils. And thus controlling the mind, senses, and intelligence. The transcendentalist aiming at liberation becomes free from desire, fear, anger. One who is always in this state is certainly liberated. That is the practice, and that Krishna will explain in the next chapter. That is called Ashtanga Yoga. So we will discuss this the same subject matter there elaborately. And let's come to the last shloka. This is called peace formula. P is called peace formula. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam jnatva shanti mrichati. Yesterday or day before yesterday, not yesterday, for yesterday, I explained this. We are looking for peace. Peace internally, externally, in the community, in the country, in the world, we are looking for peace. First of all, before going to the peace, why there is a disturbance? Why there is a disturbance? The disturbance is, I explained that, I gave the example. There is a nice pond. Cool pond is there, calm pond is there. In that pond, if you throw one stone, their ripples will come. Right? They nicely reach the shore. But if you take 10 different stones and you throw into the pond, what happens? 10 different types of waves will generate and they collide each other. Isn't it? We know that example. Similarly, same things happen. In this world, there is so much clash is there. Thinking that everybody is the center of attraction. Everybody should look at me. Everybody glorify me. Everybody value me. In this way, everybody has become God. I am God, you are God, everybody is God. When everybody is God, is there a God? In the country, India, everybody is a prime minister. In that country, prime minister is there? No prime minister. When everybody is prime minister, no prime minister. When everybody is citizen, nobody is prime minister. Unless the prime minister is elected, there is nobody is prime minister. The prime minister is one, everybody else is citizens. It should be like that. Isn't it? So same thing applies here. Bhoktaram yajnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. Sarvaloka maheshwaram. Krishna is telling. Bhoktaram yajnatapasam. Bhokta. Bhokta means enjoyer. Of what? All the yajnas, all the tapasas. And is the controller of the Maha Ishvara. Ishvara means controller. Maha Ishvara means supreme controller. Krishna is telling he is the supreme controller. Suhridam sarvabhutanam. Suhridam means friend. Who is our real friend? Paramatma. Krishna is our real friend because he is there with everybody. He is our friend. We might have some friends. Are they with us all the time? In all the situations? They are not, right? How close that friend may be, will he be with you all the time? Never. Never. But he is the only one person with you all the time is Krishna. That's why it's called Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. Not only you and me, Sarvabhutanam. 8,400,000. 84 lakhs different species of living entities are in each species. There are billions, trillions, gazillions living entities are. For all of them, Krishna is there. And is Paramatma in them. And he is the friend of all of them. If we understand this, Jnatva Mam, whoever understands this, they will become peaceful. Shantim Richati. Because he is the controller, he is the owner, he is the proprietor, he is the engineer, he is the center of everything. Just like one pebble in the pond is the one person. And if we are working for him and we are glorifying him, or all our lives are centered around him, then we will become peaceful. Whether it's a family, whether it's a community, whether it's a country, whether it's a world. If God is not in the center, it is like a fighting between dogs and cats. That's what is happening in the world today. We are fighting like cats and dogs, inside and outside. In the family, same situation. In outside also same situation. Because Krishna is not there. Nobody is peaceful today. Nobody is happy today. Why? Prabhupada asked, Prabhupada challenged America when he went to US. He said, your country has got big high-rise buildings, big nice roads, aeroplanes, uh, everything is there, rockets, jackets, everything are there. But why your country people, 25% people are becoming hippies? Hippies means drunkards, uh, uh, illicit people. They are sleeping on the streets, coming from big families. Why? What happened? Prabhupada challenged. He asked, you are number one country in the world. What is happening in your country? Why you are not happy? He said that you turned away from God. Even though you are printing, we trust in God on your currency, but you are not trusting in God. Naam ke vaste, for the sake of doing, you printed it on the currency that we trust in God. But first of all, you don't know who is God. That's the number one problem. And second problem, you are turned away from God. You are lying yourself. That's why you are not happy. Your population is not happy. Even today also. Today also, same situation. Prabhupada, 50 years back, he challenged, he asked. But today also same situation. The disturbed country is America. 25% of population in jail today. No country has that much population in jail. Why? Why? Because they turned away from God. They are completely engrossed in the materialistic advancement. So godless civilization. So always suffering, always suffers. So the formula for peace is to bring back God into the center of our lives. At least in our own life, we should bring. So that is the conclusion of this chapter, and we will be entering the next chapter tomorrow, Dhyana Yoga. So how this will transition to that, we'll discuss tomorrow. I am stopping it here. Unmute all. Unmute all. Okay. You can. Any questions, comments? Hare Krishna.
Leave Manishi directly.
Okay. Okay. Any questions, comments?
లీవ్ మీటింగ్ అని ఉన్నది.
I think most of them are old students. I am not expecting any questions from old students. We are doing every day. Hardly 2-3 are new ones. So those new or any have questions, I can answer. Otherwise, we'll end it here. Somebody put some question. Prakriti is Maya or illusion? Okay, what is Prakriti? Okay. Somebody answered already. Okay, Prakriti is Maya or illusion? Okay, Prakriti means nature. All these planets, all these oceans, continents, this is all Prakriti. Whatever is around us, what we can see with our naked eyes, it's all Prakriti. The stars, the moon, the sun, it's all Prakriti. It's called nature. Right? This is nature, right? And we also got our nature. That's also called Prakriti. So in that way, it's Prakriti. And also called Maya. Maya means that which is not. Okay. So no more questions. I'm ending it here. Thank you very much. Please keep
Hare
joining.
Krishna Prabhuji.
ఒక్క నిమిషం ప్రభుజీ,
Yes.
అన్మ్యూట్ చేయి, అన్మ్యూట్ చేయి, అన్మ్యూట్ ఓపెన్ చేయి.
You are unmute, Amma. I'm able to hear you.
యా 1 minute ప్రభుజీ.
Amma, are you talking? I'm not able to hear you. You're on mute, Amma. No. Okay. Oh, looks like you put it on. Okay. Yeah. We could not unmute. Could not. Okay. Why? You should unmute. Now try now. You're unmuted now. Let me unmute. You try now. You should come. Unmute audio. Read that. Try. Yeah.
హరే
You should,
కృష్ణ
yeah.
ప్రభుజీ,
Yeah. Now.
వినిపిస్తుందా?
Yeah. Now I can. Yes. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Let's Divya Mataji speak. Yes.
Is Shiva a demigod?
Is Shiva is a demigod? Wow. What a question. Shiva is a demigod.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ, వినిపిస్తుందా మీకు?
Yeah, I can hear you, Amma.
హరే కృష్ణ.
Yeah, I can hear you. You looks like you are not able to hear me. Hello?
హరే కృష్ణ.
I can hear you, Amma.
యా 1 minute ప్రభుజీ.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is Shiva a demigod?
Is Shiva is a demigod? It's a different subject matter. Is not is the incarnation of Krishna, Gunavataram. Krishna is a how can I say? Okay, for a little elaborate answer for you, but just be patient. There are 3 tattvas: Jiva tattva, Shambhu tattva, Vishnu tattva. So Jiva tattva is the ordinary living entities. Brahma comes into Jiva tattva. Vishnu is the Vishnu tattva. Shambhu comes in between 2. So he's not a demigod, he's not a devata, but he does some activity. That's why now Shiva's position is completely separate position. Unique position actually. It's a unique position. And his Dham is in Vaikuntha only. His Dham is Vaikuntha only. So yes, sometimes yes, sometimes no. That's why he's in the middle. Is neither supreme, is not Jiva. Does it come into Jiva Tattva? No. Does it comes into Vishnu Tattva? No. Because his job is different, his position is different, everything is different. That's why Shambhu Tattva is a separate Tattva. Yeah, it's like that. According to Bhagavatam. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, many other scriptures actually. He is the incarnation of the Supreme. There are 3 Gunavataras: Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna. Sattva Guna is Vishnu, Rajo Guna is Brahma, Tamo Guna is Lord Shiva. He is the controller of Tamo Guna. Sattva Guna controller is Vishnu, Rajo Guna controller is Brahma. So Tamoguna control is Lord Shiva. He controls Tamoguna. Those people who are in Tamoguna, they go to Lord Shiva. Especially the ghosts, who spirits, who Bhuta, Peta, Prishacha, they all go to Lord Shiva because they are in Tamoguna. He has to shelter them. So he will do that job. He will do that job. So he has a specific job, and at the time, annihilation also he does that. Because you have to annihilate something, you have to be in Tamoguna. Unless you become drunkard, you cannot kill somebody. Or you will be come under the control of what do you call anger. Then only you cannot kill anybody. So that's what basically Tamoguna. So he has got a specific job. His position is completely different. Yes, that much is enough for your question. Is that okay? Is that okay, Prabhu? No, I'm not able to hear you. Okay. Amma, Divya, are you from same? Prabhuji, who is speaking? Who just spoke? Can I know? Unmute.
ప్రభుజీ ఇద్దరు సేమే వాళ్ళు అన్మ్యూట్ చేయలేకపోతున్నారు కాకపోతే
అవునా సో దే ఆర్ అన్మ్యూటెడ్ ఓకే
ఒకే కాల్ నుండి వస్తుంది ఇద్దరు సేమ్ వాళ్ళు
ఓకే unmute audio I did again one more time try unmute I did that but everybody unmuted I don't know why.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ ఇప్పుడు అయింది ప్రభుజీ
ఎందుకు వస్తుంది ఇలాగ oh Prabhuji what is Prabhuji's name
ఉపేందర్
oh Upendra Prabhu Prabhuji Upendra Prabhu did you get the answer Prabhu
Yeah. Thank you very much.
thank you yes that is the answer of course we can elaborate on that in the further we can discuss that but at least for this discussion this much enough Prabhu
Yeah. Okay.
yeah thank you any more okay so let's join tomorrow again thank you very much for your kind patient audience and we'll continue this journey another how many days 14 days 15 no 13 days so please join back let us make success of this yajna so that Krishna will be happy. Hare Krishna. I'm ending it here.